New information tonight from the News Now desk. The Immigration and Customs Enforcement is asking the Dane County Court to not release Julio Morales Jarquin from jail after the Department of Homeland Security confirmed he is in the country illegally. Morales Jarquin is currently facing 2 counts of second-degree sexual assault of an elderly woman at an assisted living facility in Fitchburg. Officials say he came to the U.S. back in 2023 from Nicaragua under the Biden administration's humanitarian parole program. After the Trump administration eliminated the parole program last year, Morales Jarquin stayed in the U.S. illegally. DHS Acting Assistant Secretary Lauren Biss released a statement saying, quote, DHS is calling on sanctuary politicians in Dane County, Wisconsin, to not release this criminal from jail back onto the streets to commit more crimes. We need Wisconsin sanctuary politicians to cooperate with us to remove criminals from our country, end quote. Morales Jarquin's preliminary hearing is scheduled for May 13th.